So, Sports Illustrated posted an article about a player we should target in free agency. And it is Julian Blackmon. Now, to be honest, I'm absolutely okay with this. Either going with Julian Blackmon here or going with a guard. I don't think that's a bad idea. Now, right now, our roster is filled. We have 91 men on our roster. So, we would have to cut somebody in order to pick him up. But let's be honest, right now especially, we have a lot of players that could just be taken off the roster. So I don't think it's a bad concept. This guy isn't even that old, to be honest. He's only 26, going to be 27. Let's actually see. He's going to be 27 in August. So he'll be 27 when the season starts. Kind of the same age range as Geno Stone. So kind of works out there. Played 16 games last year, 15 games the year before that, 14 games the year before that. Okay, so health-wise, seems like he stays healthy. Had 4 interceptions 2 years ago, 3 interceptions last year. So the last 2 years at safety, he's had 7 interceptions. Okay, like why not? Like I honestly we need help on safety. We need help at safety. We have Geno Stone, we have Jordan Battle, but we have no one back behind them. Tyson Anderson hasn't played a defensive snap in 2 years. He's already come out and said he wants to be the best special teamer this upcoming season. So clearly he's really focused on that. And also the Bengals just don't use him on defense. That's just kind of how it works. And then for the other side, Geno Stone, behind him is Anthony. And Anthony, I love him, but he only had 11 snaps after that PI call versus the Chiefs last year. So he's not getting utilized at all because of his mess up. Why not get some actual veteran in here? And by the way, that doesn't mean he won't get utilized this year. I have to keep reminding myself, different options, right? He could also get utilized this year. He could have a really good training camp, a really good preseason. Just because he's a 7th-round pick doesn't mean anything. And he could be a really great option, okay? But why not have a veteran in there to help out even more? Why not? Now, the counter to this is last time we went with a veteran safety. Well, one of the last times. We ended up going with Nick Scott, which, in my defense, I made plenty of videos about this. I wanted Taylor Rapp. I did not want Nick Scott. They went Nick Scott. I wanted Taylor Rapp. Taylor Rapp actually looks like a good player right now. Starting safety for the Bills. Well, one of the starting safeties. And Nick Scott is a nobody. So I'm just saying, this could be a good idea. Now, knowing the Bengals, they're going to go with someone who also played on the Colts and isn't that good. Anyway, PFF grade-wise, 73.5 coverage grade, 69.4 pass rushing grade, 55.1 run defensive grade, and a 69.3 overall grade. So, not bad. Again, like I said, we'll see how this ends up turning out. And again, as always, everyone's a yes depending on the price tag. Like, if you want to just join our team and you don't want that much money and you don't want a crazy contract and you don't want crazy guarantees, then yeah. Like, why not bring him in? Why not sign him to the squad, right? But obviously it comes down to the contract. If he's looking for a massive contract, then no, we're not going to be interested. But we are also in this weird area now, okay? It is almost June. These guys who've been in free agency, they've been in free agency for a long time. And that means every team has had an opportunity to look at them, bring them in for a checkup, and potentially sign them. And the fact that they haven't gotten signed yet, and we are in June, usually means, not all the time, but usually means some of these players will sign for a discount. Some of these players will sign for less money than they want because they want to be a part of a team. They want to join a team. But, again, the safety position, there's a lot of safeties out there. If you look at the free agency market right now, safety position is not, it's not like there's only one guy. It's a lot of guys. And if that's the case, I'm just saying, like, it's not like it's a dime a dozen right now. Now, again, like I said, I think Julian Blackmon is a really good player, but yeah, there's a lot of decent safeties. We talked about many times Quandre Diggs. We talked about who else we talked about? Justin Simmons. We talked about, like, there's options, but again, like I said, it's price tag that matters. That's really what it comes down to. Now, Julian Blackmon, it says $3.7 million. So let's see what his market value is. Let me see if they give me that. Market, they do not give the market value. Some players they give market value to, some they don't. Okay, so taking a look at him again. So it says right here, previous AAV is $3.7 million. So hopefully we can get him cheap, not cost that much. 1,000%. Please just get him, sign him, bring him on the squad, and see what he can do. Worst case scenario, he doesn't work out and we cut him. Right? That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we got another starting safety. Or at least a backup as a rotation, right? At the end of the day, the best thing to have is, as you can never have too much depth, okay? Especially at the safety position. Because you always can have different rotations. Plus, if let's say you have too many good safeties, put one at corner. Put one in the box. You have different packages you run, especially under Al Golden. He's going to run a crap ton of packages, put in different positions, help yourself out. But tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.